Well,
I'm just asking you what the legal basis is for a universal injunction.
Well, Senator, I think as a district court judge, if confirmed as a district court judge, I would need to have jurisdiction and believe I had appropriate jurisdiction to issue that.
Okay, let's move on. You're not going to answer it. I'm going to talk to our judicial nominees, and I'm going to stipulate up front to save you time and me time that you're going to follow precedent. Okay? Counselor, tell me the test that the United States Supreme Court uses to overturn its precedent. Counselor O'Hearn.
Thank you, Senator Kennedy, for that question. As you know, my practice has primarily focused on civil matters for the past 28 or 30 years. I have not had occasion to deal with a case where it would go to the Supreme Court where the issue of overturning its own precedent would be an issue, but they are obviously far and few between.
Okay. You don't know the test?
Sitting here today, Senator, I could not articulate that for you.
Okay, that's cool. Let's talk about a pretty famous case that we all learned in the first year of law school. Tell me the importance of McCullough v. Maryland.
Senator, I went to law school 30 years ago. I've practiced law for 30 years in many different areas for both plaintiffs and defendants in state and federal court, and I've not come across that case that I can recall and tell you it's holding as I sit here today.
Okay. Well, if you're going to be on the federal district court bench, you're going to come across the issue of universal or nationwide injunctions. What's the legal basis for a universal injunction?
Senator, I'm aware of the current discussion in the public domain about the propriety of district courts issuing nationwide injunctions. I've not encountered a case in my practice in state or federal court where that's been an issue. I think as a nominee, it would be inappropriate for me to comment on the propriety of that issue since it's currently being litigated.
I'm not asking about the propriety. I'm just asking you, do you know the legal basis for it?
Well, Senator, I know that federal courts are courts of limited jurisdiction and are supposed to be restrained in taking action and decide only the issues before them, involving the parties before them and the issues. Yes. And I think it would have to be a rare exception that an issue before a district court judge.
No, but we both know universal injunctions are issued, and if you issue a universal injunction and you're asked by one of the litigants, well, why did you do that, Judge? What's your legal basis? What are you going to say?
Well, Senator, as I said, federal courts are courts of limited jurisdiction, and I think it would be extremely rare that as a district court judge...
Yeah, but what's the legal basis, Counselor?
Well,
I'm just asking you what the legal basis is for a universal injunction.
Well, Senator, I think as a district court judge, if confirmed as a district court judge, I would need to have jurisdiction and believe I had appropriate jurisdiction to issue that.
Okay, let's move on. You're not going to answer it. Tell me the holding in Marbury versus Madison.
Marbury versus Madison is one of the pinnacle decisions about the judicial branch that, as you mentioned earlier, every law student learns in law school. Yeah,
what's the holding?
In terms of affirming that the judiciary is the interpreter of the Constitution.
Okay. What rule does the Supreme Court follow in determining whether an admissions policy of the university that uses race as part of the admissions process is constitutional?
Senator, my understanding is that race would qualify the application of strict scrutiny, and in cases the Supreme Court has addressed this issue, they have found that while quotas are not constitutional, that race may be a factor that's considered if there's a legitimate or rational purpose for it.
Okay. Let me just ask your personal philosophy on a couple of things. Do you believe that crime is a disease that we should try to cure, or do you believe that it is antisocial behavior that should be punished?
Senator, my practice over the past 28 years has been in the civil arena. I have not had occasion to practice criminally.
I'm just asking your philosophy. I'm not asking the law.
Absolutely. But I will say that from what I have seen and as a human being, as you referenced earlier, I think that that's a very complicated question.
Yeah, that's why I ask it.
I think there are many factors that would play into any case of any particular crime or defendant.
Can you tell me what you believe?
Senator, I don't know that I can say one way or the other what I believe is
Have
to
you
answer
thought
the
about it?
question. I'm sorry?
Have you thought about it?
I can't say that it's something that I've given an extensive amount of thought.
Whoa.
I
Okay.
think it's very complicated.
Thanks, Mr. Chair.